Lynn Wood was previously one of Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyers. And this jackass who facilitated all the donations to Kyle, not to Lynn Wood, to Kyle, wants it all back. You are a joke. What's up, everyone? Before we get started today, Flora CBD Dip is sponsoring this video. I currently have some of the Delta Dip in. They taste great. My favorites are Southern Peach and Delta. Now, for those of you who don't know, I don't drink, I don't use any drugs. That's why this stuff is so great for me. For me, when my mind is super wired, I'll put one of these in before I go to sleep. I'll pass out. If I had a super hard week with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or just my workouts in general, this is great as far as helping to recover. So there's gonna be a link in the description. Go check them out. Y'all will love it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Heavy Duty Country. I just want to start this video off today with expressing my gratitude for everybody who has joined this movement. We're growing at a ridiculous pace, and it's all because of y'all. So I thank you, and if you're new here and you love America, this is the channel for you. So Kyle Rittenhouse, the Kenosha kid, the kid with balls bigger than most of us. We know they're bigger than Sleepy Joe's, that's for sure. Anyways, for those of you who watch me pretty closely, I did a video a few weeks ago about Kyle and some new evidence that was brought to light of him being across from a Walgreens and saying this.
Bro, I wish I had my alright, start shooting rounds at them.
So not the best thing that you want presented to a courtroom or a judge when you're preparing for your trial, right? Wasn't looking too good for him, but I've got some good news. First off, the judge that's handling the case just seems like a straight shooter, which is a good thing, but at the end of the day, the judge doesn't really have a ton of say in terms of the actual trial. What really matters is what the jury thinks, how the jury is swayed by the prosecution, the defense, and definitely in this case, the riots that are bound to happen, the protests that are bound to happen, probably going to be very similar to what happened in the Derek Chauvin trial. And we all know that it was probably pretty much impossible for that jury not to be swayed by the protests and the riots and the threats that they were basically getting if they didn't find him guilty.
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
So on the topic of the video that we just showed you of Kyle across from the Walgreens, the prosecutor was basically saying that this shows that Kyle was in the mindset of wanting to shoot somebody.
This goes exactly to his state of mind in terms of his understanding of use of force, his understanding of self-defense.
And the judge wasn't having it.
I'm going to withhold a final decision with a bias towards refusing the receipt of the evidence.
So clearly the judge is, if anything, skeptical of why the prosecutor is even bringing this to the table. So honestly, that is a huge victory for Kyle in the courtroom. Now here's the messed up part about all of this. Lynn Wood was previously one of Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyers. And he was one of the people that helped him raise the money for the bail. This is a perfect example of the fact that money changes people. And Lynn Wood just became an enemy of Kyle Rittenhouse. He wrote a letter to the court saying that when everything was done, when the trial was done, the $2 million that was raised for Kyle should be returned back to his foundation. Okay, wait a second. It's not your money. It's not like you wrote a personal check for $2 million to get Kyle out of jail. You created a system that people use to donate to Kyle. Not to you, not to your foundation, just to Kyle. And now you want it back because you're not on his legal team anymore? You have no right to any of it. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Here's the problem with this. That money is not just being used to keep Kyle out of jail until his trial. All of those donations for Kyle may be used for any penalties if he's considered guilty. And if he is, there are going to be a ton. There are going to be fines and restitution till the world ends on this case if Kyle is found guilty. And this jackass who facilitated all the donations to Kyle, not to Lynn Wood, to Kyle, wants it all back. You are a joke.